The topic of sexuality in general is just really complicated, but I have always been straight. I have always been attracted to guys. I don't really know how my parents would feel if I told them I wasn't straight. I have friends that are gay, and I grew up in theater, so it's always a really accepting community, and it's always just been part of my life. So it was never something I questioned. It's always been some girls like girls, some guys like guys, some like both. I never really thought that being gay was something that was bad. I just thought it was something that was she has brown eyes or something. It was just always that was a trait of a person. It was just something normal for me, to be around that. I never really questioned it. I never really thought it was wrong. I never knew that people thought it was wrong up until probably later middle school. It really hurts me that a lot of people that want to be together and that they've been together in steady relationships for a lot longer than a lot of people have been in steady relationships can't get married, or can't get those tax breaks, or can't see their loved ones in the hospital because they're not married. It just really bothers me. Everyone should be able to marry who they are in love with. Is someone who just met in Vegas and is completely drunk and wants to marry the girl or boy that they just met, and then they divorce 3 days later. That's what's destroying marriage. This topic is so complicated. It really hurts me to think that I have these wonderful friends that might be in love with each other, or future friends that are in love with each other, and they can't get married because of their gender or sexuality, just because of their sexuality. And it's really painful to think about that. We're a nation that is be who you are, accept, don't change yourself to fit society, be yourself, love who you are. But yet we constantly beat people down for trying to be who they are. We constantly tell them that this is wrong. I think that in our society today, it's just kind of stupid to be debating, whether or not someone should get married. I support anyone who wants to make a bond with someone for their life. Anyone that wants to make that kind of commitment and acknowledge that it is a serious commitment, and that your vows actually mean until death do us part, not until 74 days later when I'm tired of your shit. This topic, it really just it scares me that I could meet someone in the future, and because of how our society is today, they would be afraid to tell me that, something like that about themselves, because they're so worried about whether or not I'm going to accept them or not. And it's kind of taken away the trust in our society, because we are constantly telling people, be yourself, but yet we always criticize people who are actually trying to be themselves and take a stand for themselves. So I feel we've really taken away from our whole approach to that when we tell people that they can't get married because of who they are. So, marriage equality. I'm totally for marriage equality. Alright, Nicole, can we have an easier question next week? A lighter question? Guys, until the next nerd, DFTBA.